Greetings, this is Skylar Saunders seeing what's current. Well, give me a moment first. I have to do some housekeeping. I have to make sure I put this in right. Just making sure I have this information on here that is correct and doesn't jeopardize the show. Pardon me for the different things. Let me see. Okay. All right, so we got that. We already have somebody. No, this is me. Cash App, $SKYLERSAUNDERS1. Okay. That's it. It's already in. We're gonna try to have a party again. It's a little earlier in the day on a Sunday. Let's see what happens. Let me get my advertisers and sponsors in. My main man Peng has lifestrongapparel.com. LIFESTRONG.com. You'll get fitness gear. You'll get soursop, mango, pineapple, blueberry, elderberry. I had the blueberry. It's delicious. So I definitely would recommend that you pick up some from his website. And tell him that the goofy guy Skylar Saunders sent you. Also, check out BEEJACKSON 5478 on YouTube. B Jackson. He has near beer or non-alcoholic beer reviews. He's got various fried chicken components on the grill, as well as sardines, which I think is really cool because I've only had sardines out of a can. So he puts it on the grill. So I appreciate that. He's a great guy online. I never met him in my life. I have met Mr. Peng. We're friends. We're not buddies. Like, we don't hang out all the time, but we're friends. We're good. We're good money. But B Jackson, he just seems like a very humorous guy. Good sense of humor. So check him out. Tell him that the goofy guy Sky Saunders sent you. All right, Spirit Smooth Tunes, SPIRITSMOOTHTUNES on YouTube. Spirit Smooth Tunes on YouTube. Check him out. He has a wide array of different artists in his catalog, from Whitney Houston to Peebo Bryson, from Najee to Kim, from the Fatback Band to the Gap Band, and so many other acts in between. Definitely check him out. Let him know that the goofy guy Sky Saunders sent you. Spirit Smooth Tunes on YouTube. Also, Dot Focus, twitch.tv/DOTFOCUS_1_. Dot Focus. You can have a tutorial in a sense of role player games, or I always say role player games, first person shooter games. He's like an expert at it. He's really great. He's good at his craft. I think he takes it like seriously more than this just a game. Not like he's gonna shoot up a church or a theater or a school or a mosque or a synagogue or anything like that. Just the fact that he enjoys, the hunt in a digital form. So definitely check him out. Dot Focus. And when you talk to him, tell him that the goofy guy Skylar Saunders sent you. Also, if you would like to advertise or sponsor on the show, go to SKYLERSAUNDERS@gmail.com. SkylarSaunders@gmail.com. And if you would be so kind as to join my 100 Club, that is $100 every month for my greatness, just for me putting in the work. I need this thing needs to grow. It needs to get bigger, and I need to use those funds to get a MacBook for one thing. I'm raising money. Today is a fundraiser Sunday. Funds on a Sunday, fundraiser Sunday. So let's get those funds rolling in. I got my Cash App on there. We can talk Venmo and PayPal if you like. I'll switch it up. If you don't do Cash App, we can do Venmo and PayPal. That's my other two sources of income, sources of revenue streams, or the way the revenue goes. So I would appreciate it. My main man Height, he gives me $100 a month. I don't know what he does. All he says is keep doing your thing. That's all he says. I don't ask any questions. He didn't tell me anything. He just drops $100 in my account, and it's all gravy. It's all good. I'm always indebted to that man for doing that. I appreciate it. So that is the gist of all that. So now we have to get into the nitty gritty of the show. Beyoncé. She's a pioneer. She's definitely a pioneer, if anything, because this is what pioneers go through. She had the Country Music Awards. She was shut out. It wasn't even like she was not nominated and didn't win. She wasn't even nominated. They didn't even give her the chance to get a nomination. And Dolly Parton's like, she was on Beyonce's album, Cowboy Carter, and she's like, well, maybe they're focused on more of the people that are doing this for their whole life instead of just a specialty album, which I thought was kind of like an insult. That seemed insulting to me. And I love Dolly Parton. She's a national treasure. She's got ample bosom. But, it just didn't, I don't know, it just didn't seem like she was really supporting me. She was like almost like sideways coming at her a little bit. It seemed like that to me. To me, it seemed like that. I could be wrong. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. But I just felt like, she kind of slided Beyonce in a sense. And she's cool with her. She probably didn't mean it in that way. I'm not trying to cape for her, and I'm not trying to dump on her. I'm just trying to show you what I think. I think Dolly Parton was trying to make a statement that was, winner in everybody's favor. She hasn't liked confrontation too much. She's not a confrontational kind of person. She embraced things like, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, called her to be part of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And she was like, hey, I'm not country. I'm a country girl. And then she came out with an album that was like, I think it was called Dolly Rocks or something like that, Dolly Parton Rocks. And it just, just to show you how, she can switch up her style. I guess that she thought she came out with her specialty album, that Beyonce was coming out with a specialty album. But I think Beyonce should, continue her own way, forward in this country fashion. I think that would benefit her a lot. And recently, it was the People's Choice Country Awards. Now, she was nominated, but she was snubbed all the way through. She skunked. She got 17 nominations, won 0. Had 0. Like, I have 0 viewers right now. But it was a party yesterday. Maybe I have to do it in the right time. I'm still experimenting with this. But, yeah, so she didn't have 1 win. It's very hard to find an interview of her. I don't think she interviews too much. I try to find some kind of interview of her. She doesn't do a lot of video interviews. She may do print interviews. Let me see a print interview. Beyonce. Way back in last year. But I think they're showing different clips. The Business of Being Beyoncé Knowles Carter. This is from this year. So That's you should look up GQ, the business of being Beyonce knows Carter. That's one of the best sources. So I recommend that. But to be honest, I would rather see Beyonce just start her own damn award show and give herself honors and awards, or allow people to vote on what she should do with her own albums and stuff like that. She's got the money, and she's got a husband that's definitely got the money. The summertime. I know it's autumn, but summertime comes in. Your daddy's rich and your mammy's good looking. That's what I think about whenever I think about Jay-Z and Beyonce. See, they're both rich, but Jay-Z's really rich. He's a billionaire. She's close to being a billionaire, if not, already there, but not on paper, not in in the magazines or anything like that. So I think that Beyonce is, one of the shining stars of all time. You can't deny that. I don't like all of her music. I can't stand Single Ladies. I think it's the most annoying song ever written. But I do like 3 songs of hers. I like Get Me Body. I like Love on Top. And I like, maybe 4. Ego and Halo. Those are the songs I really like of Beyonce's. But, and the fact that my cousin is a huge supporter of her, maybe she could be even a fan of hers, but I can't deal with it too much. It's just there was one point in time where she was just everywhere. Everything was Beyonce, Beyonce, Beyonce. It was like Beyonce nausea, So it was just too much. But I respect her grind. I respect her hustle. I respect her father. I respect, to extent her mother, even though Mr. Choice Archer calls her Cruella DeVille. But that's another story. She should have won. She should have won. She should have won. She should have won she should have swept the whole category. 17 wins. But she didn't. So what does she do now? Start your own award show. And have it for young adults, and not just a statue. Have a scholarship program attached to the wins, or something like that, for them to go to music school, or go to engineering school, or STEAMs, science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics. Some kind of something like that. So you switch up the game a little bit. That's what she should do, and then have every single category, like they do in the Grammys. Everything from rap to country to classical to jazz to everything, to rock to pop. All those have to be covered. I mean, I would love to see that. That would be a great thing, I think. That'd be wonderful. So I just think that it's very, crucial for her to be, within the framework of being in the spotlight. And then, being quiet for the most part. She'll open up in an interview. She's a very attractive woman. She really is. She's a very attractive woman. Jay-Z is a very fortunate man. And I would say she's fortunate for having him, Because really, it's the man. She's on the cover of GQ. With that blonde hair she's got. That light blonde hair. That white, like platinum blonde hair. Not like the dishwater blonde hair. Or that sandy look. So, I mean, hey. I would say, shoot, do it. Do an award show. Do your own award. Do it. The Beyonce Knowles Carter Awards for excellence and across these fields, and maybe not even just music. Like I said, like the STEAM awards could be part of this as well. Anyone that does excellent work in the sciences and technology and the other parts of STEAM. She should be able to do that. She should be able to, figure that out. I would rather see her do that. Instead of her winning the awards, she could be giving them away. She could be, having other people earn the awards, and she'll be the one granting them. That'd be cool. I think. That'd be an awesome, gesture. That'd be pretty cool. I think. Cause like I said, she's worth what, like 700, $800 million, something like that. It's close to $1 billion. She had a #1 album, Cowboy Carter. She was going in Texas. She was going in the country. She was trying to get her feet wet, see what happens. They snubbed. They locked her out, from the CMAs, and then they snubbed her at the People's Choice Country Music Awards. And Shabuzi, he said, "Thank you, Beyoncé." So that was kind of classy. He said, "Thank you, Beyoncé. I think he said you're awesome." So that was a really classy move that he did last night. What was it, Tuesday? Let me see. It was Thursday. Let me see. Well, hold on. What was it? It was 20, 29, 28, 27. I think it was Friday. No, Thursday. Excuse me, Thursday. I'm high. I'm not high, but I'm acting like I'm high. Yeah. So Beyonce is, she's ready for her close up. She's ready to do the damn thing, again and again and again. She comes out with these albums, these full long albums. That's one of the things that she said in her address and her way of speaking, was that she does albums. She doesn't just do, one-off singles here and there, one and there. She does complete sets of music that you can listen to, that you can vibe with. And I respect that about her. I love albums. I love an overarching theme. I love interconnectedness. I love how things, flow into one another. How it has like a storyline. It almost reads like a novel. It sounds like it's like a sonic novel. That's really cool to me. YouTube subscriber. Do you see what's in? I'll tell you that much. I'll answer your question once you subscribe. You like this video if you haven't liked it already. If you're not the one that liked it, and make sure you hit my Cash App. It's right there on the screen. $ Scholar Saunders #1. That's all you gotta do. So I'll answer that question if I see a banner on my screen that says $5 or more from YouTube subscriber. Till then, shh, be quiet. Tonight is the night to be right. No, no, I'm not gonna say shh. Keep talking. Actually, that's good. Keep talking. But yeah, it's just a weird space to be in because she's so successful. She's got the money from the album. She's just looking at the trophies. And she's gonna look at the trophies. Maybe the Grammy Awards will recognize her next year. I think they come after the year. I think it was too late, or too early, one or the other, for 2024 Grammys. So I'm pretty sure she's gonna be Grammy nominated in country album, country song, all these different country artists, whatever the case may be. She's gonna be nominated for this, for her efforts. And that's what I think is very very enlightening, because like I said, she should make her own award show. This is what get off the plantation, build your own nation. I mean, how many of what are these awards everybody covets for? How many are owned by men and women of color? Besides BET Awards, which is run by white people, actually. What was it? The Soul Train Awards? I think that was like, I don't think that was black people either. It may have been. It was Don Cornelius, and I think he owned the show. The late great Don Cornelius. He popped himself in the head, but so it's a sad situation when you think about it, because it's like they're coveting these trophies and these achievements and accolades and everything, where's the ownership? You have an award? Okay, great. What do you own? What is in your name? What do you have to show for your efforts that you've already put out there into the world? What can you say? That's my question. What can you say? So I'll just have that question, lingering here for a little while. So you better understand how the dynamics of all this work. How all these dynamics work. Like she said, she made the album Cowboy Carter because of the way she felt one time. I think they're talking with the chicks, and she went out on stage with them, and there was like I don't know if they booed her. I don't know if they just were other people were silent with her or something like that, and they didn't clap for her or something like that. But she felt some type of way. She felt uncomfortable, to put in her words, based on the way she was treated at the CMAs. So that is the reality of all of this. The fact that she is the queen bee. She's the queen bee, bay, or whatever now. She got the beehive. I mean, Robin, Rihanna got the Navy. Lady Gaga's got her monsters. Katy Perry's got her Katy Cats. Nicki Minaj got her Barbs. Who else has got people? I can't even think of anybody. I can't think about anybody else, but that's just Cardi B's got her Barty gang. So, but the Beyonce, the Beehive, I think is the most, virile and I would say also virulent, of all of them. They're pretty hostile. They'll let you know what time it is real quick. They'll go to 0 to 100 real quick. Okay, so that's what Beyonce is. I have respect for her. She's definitely relevant. She's definitely a factor in this game. She's relevant and a factor. That's two things that a lot of people can claim. She's irrelevant and a factor. So I super suggest that you look at her catalog, look at how she grew, look at how she's continued to grow. It's amazing to see how her progression and her trajectory of her career, the arc of it, is just so spectacular. It's really amazing. The only woman really messing with her is Taylor Swift. Nobody else is messing with Beyonce except and she's got the Swifties. I just remember that. Taylor Swift has got the Swifties. So, but I think the Bayhive is a lot. I don't know. They seem like they're a rough and tumble bunch. They're probably beautiful as hell, but and then she's got fan base as well, and that's like Nicki Minaj too. Her barbs are usually Z-snapping, LGBTQ community plus, respect to them. They're the ones that are on the vanguard, that are making the signs, that put the glitter on the signs, that got the T-shirt, got the the match. They're all matching with the same jeans on, the same T-shirt and hat and hoodie or whatever the case may be, and they come out to the shows and they scream scream like somebody just stepped on their foot. Ah, Beyonce, Beyonce, ah. So, like I said, the only one's messing with her is Taylor Swift. She's a billionaire. She's a billionaire without doubt. She's unquestionably a billionaire. So she just reeks of success. I mean, she's like Beyonce. They can't lose. Even if they lose, they win. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know how they do it, but they have that specific thing. Once they drop an album, it's going to the top. Number one. Number one. It's just, there's no question. It's number one. It's an automatic thing. It's going to be number one, no matter how you slice it. So I think that's a good sign for anyone trying to be within this game, this treacherous, cutthroat business, which is virtually every human endeavor is a treacherous, cutthroat business. Because there's always going to be somebody that's going to want the top spot. You want the top spot. You both can't have the top spot. So you have to go battle each other for it, and claw at each other, and rip at each other's throats. You know, it's just the nature that's given a man. Not by creator or some force. I'm just saying through evolution. But Beyonce is not a business woman. She's a business woman. Like to quote to give a salute to her husband. I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. She has like everything around her. She's got hairstylists, gown makers. She's got pedicurists, manicurists, people that puff up her face and do her eyes and nose and lips and put on this wig and put on this outfit and put on this hat and wear this there, and she's got a complete. I mean, they say this is kind of like a cliche, but she's got an army of people behind her. She's definitely got a team that is strong, and I'm sure she gives them all kind of different gifts and different things like that for their efforts. I think that's really cool. I think that's a strong way of showing your gratitude to people that make you, because you can be selfish. Selfishness is a virtue, but you can't be selfish all by yourself. That's the fact. You can't be even people like in Fountainhead, Ayn Rand. I'm losing it today. Ayn Rand's Howard Rourke. He knew that he can't, that he was his own sovereign being, and he is himself. He is a selfish human being. He is independent. He has an ego, but he knows that he's not going to be the one placing the bricks around or placing the steel or the girders or anything like that on these different structures that he outlines and designs. He knows that other people have to do it. He's not forsaking it. He's not saying that, oh, he's the only person in the world. I am the only man. That's all. I'm the end all and be all. No. You have to understand that you have to have some kind of teamwork, to be, a leader. You have to be, he's the leader. He's the one that created all this. That's why they call it the fountainhead. It's the wellspring of ingenuity, ego. Ego is the fountainhead of all human progress. So that's what like Beyonce is doing. Beyonce is like I might be the first one to say this, but Beyonce is the Howard Rourke of the music business. Sounds funny, I know, but it just came into my mind as that, because she puts up all these songs, but look, she had to have producers. I'm sure she has writers. She has a whole team. She has engineers. She has all these people that are behind her and guiding her towards a specific goal. So I think that's one of the best ways to look at it. It's one of the best ways to view this. So I think it's okay. She says, and this is her quote, "It's not about being perfect, it's about being revolutionary." That's heavy. It's not about being perfect, it's about being revolutionary. That's showing her, her growth. That's showing her independence. That's showing her ability to say, you're not going to be error-proof or mistake-proof. You're going to make mistakes, not maybe moral mistakes or ethical mistakes, but mistakes of practicality, things like that. You're gonna slip off sometimes. So that's what I think about that. I think she is on to something. I think she should make her own award show about and give out to, young men and women who are about to go to college, STEAM, students, stuff like that. That'd be really cool. I wish her all the best. Okay, now I was just watching SNL and I skipped it. I didn't even listen. I think I'm tired. I'm jelly rolled out. He's the new. He's what Beyonce was in like 2008. Just everywhere. You can't miss her. You couldn't miss her in 2008, 2015. What was it? 2013. There are points where you just couldn't get you. It was a lot. So and Jelly Roll is a lot. Like he was at 500 pounds a few years ago. He just missed the cut of this 600-pound life. That's how serious it was. But he just seems like a holly jolly, happy-go-lucky son of a bitch. Just a good guy. Just like, he was on NFL. He's got Amazon, where was it, the AWS? I can't remember what it's called. The Amazon commercials. He just was on SNL. He performed. He's everywhere. He's popping like fish grease. He's definitely doing his thing. So I definitely recommend that you see him and understand his role. Haha. Did you see what I did there? Anyway. No, but Jelly Roll, he's got to get down those pounds. I think he's like 300 or 400, something like that. He used to be fine, like I said. He dropped the weight, but he's got a long way to go too. His belly's going over his knees, it looks like. It looks really crazy. Like, and he's got all those facial tattoos and everything. That's one of the best things that I like. I don't have a problem with tattoos for anyone else but myself. I'm never going to get a tattoo. I can say that. I'm never going to get a tattoo. Unless I'm like 106. If I'm 106, I'm doing coke. I'm getting strippers. I'm doing the whole nine. I'm getting tattoos on my face. I'm doing everything. I don't care. If I live to 106 years old, it's not going to matter to me. It's not even going to be an issue anymore. I'm doing all that. I'm getting hookers, everything. Up my nose and out my hose, coke and whores, That's only if I turn 106. I don't think I'm going to make it to 106, but we'll see. We will see. We shall see. But Jelly Roll, like he comes off as pretty smart. She like Beyonce, smart. Like Beyonce is very intelligent. I think she has a great reservoir of intelligence and ideas. Same thing with Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll has that kind of, amiability. He's amicable. He's able to, interact with the interviewers and things like that. And the big elephant in the room is his weight. I don't know if he's, attuned to the past, I think, 2 to 3 years. Ozempic is definitely helping out people with obesity. Ozempic, I don't understand why he's not a spokesperson. That'd be great if he takes it and he drops the weight. That'd be awesome. Cause I'm not trying to clown him. I'm just trying to be serious. That's a serious thing. Your weight can do you in. That could be your last days if you have your weight at such a level that you can't even begin to understand. How unhealthy you are. What is he eating? He needs to eat leaner meats. He needs to eat, more vegetables and fruits with low sugar counts and carbohydrates. I'm part of the keto diet. So that's key. That's one of the best things to ever show. Jelly Roll has that, he has that intriguing sense. He has that he has a sort of a mystique about him too. Is very like reserved at the same time. When he did the song with Tracy Chapman, Fast Car and stuff like that. I mean, it's just little things like that really ring out. That really helps out with understanding who he was, who he is. Excuse me. So. Oh, excuse me. That's not Jelly Roll. Excuse me. That's Luke. That's Luke Combs. Excuse me. I didn't mean to say Jelly Roll. That's Luke Combs. Excuse me. Pardon me. Take that back. Woo. Jelly Roll had a different song, but he's on. There's a mix that has him on there. But I take that back. That was my mistake. I own up to my mistakes. That was my bad. But Jelly Roll has a few songs. He just looks really bad. I mean, he just looks like the whale with a beard. Brendan Fraser's character in the movie The Whale, and that's his heart and also his other organs have to pump and work, with extra effort every day he goes. He's only 39 years old, born the same day as Jay-Z, December 4th. So he's got different ways of expressing himself. He's got hip hop, country, southern rock, country rap, southern hip hop. He's definitely out there. He's got let me see his other endorsements. Harley Davidson, Uber Eats. Okay, let me see. I have to look up what AWS means. I can't remember. I know it's Amazon something. Amazon Web Services. That's what it is. Okay. He had the tattoo across his forehead, but I think that was digitized, or that wasn't real. That was artificial intelligence or something like that. He doesn't really have an AWS on his forehead. But yeah. So Jelly Roll is that newer. He's been around for a little while, but he just really popped off last year and this year. He was able to sustain himself and continue the myth. That's the best thing you can do in this business, is have a myth. You have to have a myth about you. You have to have a mystique about you. You have to have some kind of something around you. And it just can't be your weight. Like, the weight is a thing. It's something serious. It's reality. You can't be that heavy. You just can't. Your heart can't take it. Your brain can't take it. Your kidneys, your liver, your pancreas, everything else, your guts, all that, they can't perform their duties when you're just that heavy. Oh, hello, Bella. I know. What time is it? I'm glad you saw me. It's only 8:39. Good. That's a reasonable time, is it not? That's a good time, right? 8:39 where you are? That's a reasonable time. Or should I say 20:39? 20:39? But thank you, Bella. Respect and salute. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Now, if you can just get 12 other people, but not 13 people in here, That would be great. If you just get 12 other people in here, that'd be wonderful. Just say, hey, whoever's on your Facebook, whoever's on your X, whoever's on your Instagram, whoever's on your TikTok, whoever, all those people, just let them know, hey, there's this goofy nigga from America on on YouTube. You got to check him out. He's got some goofy ways about him, but he's got some good points too. He has a different perspective. But like I was saying with Jelly Roll, I don't not like the guy. He seems like he's just a holly jolly kind of guy. He just seems like a Santa Claus kind of figure. Just heavy set and doesn't get into gruffness or could probably get in a good fight with somebody, but he's probably too heavy. He might fall down, and that'd just be a problem. But quite early, haha. You're right. That's how does he do it? Okay. Snapshot sniper. You're right. How's he do what? Unless you ask that question. Most questions will cost you $5 to $10 if you want me to answer your questions. But I'll answer this one. This is a freebie. How's he do it? I don't know. How's he do what? How does he do what? Yeah, I can stay about 9 today because I got work. Okay, that's cool. We got. That's about 19 minutes from now, so we'll be good. All the stuff at that side. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how anybody. I mean, I know people that are overweight and obese. I'm actually overweight, but people that are obese. It's like, come on. I love you, man. Don't check out at before your time. He's only 39. He's 39 years old, and he's got all these. I'm sure he has some kind of back pain, some knee pain. He doesn't talk about it, but he must have some kind of issues. I don't know what he takes for it. He may take marijuana. I don't know what the case might be. Could be. I don't want to put that out there. That's alleged. That's not fact. That's all alleged. I just came up with that. Yeah, so all that stuff at that size, yeah, it's amazing that he can. He has a voice. He has voice control. He has air control. Over his larynx and his diaphragm. He sings from his diaphragm apparently. Good point though. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, so my Cash App's down there. If you can't see it, there goes my Cash App. If you feel so inclined, it's right there. It's supposed to be a poll, but I can't put any other text unless it's a poll. But yeah. So hey, it's a weird game. It's a weird game because everybody's not saying no. Whenever he goes on to different, when he goes on GMA or CBS this morning or wherever the hell he went. Or when he's with the sports commentators, nobody's like, yeah, so are you taking Ozempic or are you, is that impolite? I don't know, but it shows that you care about the guy. It's like, it's the big elephant in the room. His size, he looks like he could be an elephant. He's a heavy set dude. He's a very heavy set dude. He was at one time 500 pounds. That's very serious. And nobody makes it that to their 90s, really. Very few people make it to their 90s at 400, 500 pounds. It just doesn't happen. Very slim, very trim Asian women make it to their 90s and hundreds. That's the facts. And men too. When are you normally streaming, by the way? I don't know. Today is different because it's Sunday. But usually I stream, what is it? It's gonna be for you. It's gonna be let me see. My brain is crazy, Bella. Hold on. I can do this. 1800. 1800 for you, Bella. That's what I usually stream. 1800. Pick me up at 1800. Well, my wife gonna wait a minute. Snapshot sniper. Yup, 6 p.m. That's it. Well, my wife gonna outlive me. She's Asian. Well, yeah, that's the case in some places. It's the case. I mean, they have their own kind of ways of doing. That's the thing. The only yellow people, I call them yellow people. I don't mean to be rude. I just say yellow because people say black and white and brown and red, and so I say what yellow. So yellow people from East Asia mostly, because Asia is a big continent. Israelis are technically Asians. If you do the your geography, they're technically Asians. But that's the reality of it. Okay. Air, I can be there at that time. All right. Yeah. Yeah, you can be and tell Bella, I know you don't have no dollars for me, but if you can put some bodies, just tell 5 to 10 people about me. That would be very special for me. I appreciate it. I went up 5 subscribers overnight. That was big for me. I don't usually get that many at one time. So yesterday was a party. I had 238 individual views from yesterday. So I appreciate it. You military? Yes, I am military. I'm a retired United States Marine Corps Lance Corporal. Yes, sir. No discrimination taken. My wife is Asian, but very prejudiced. LOL. Just kidding. We don't care about color. That's all right. See, you're one of the good ones. I salute you for that. Salute you for that. That's real. Yeah, I don't discriminate just to discriminate. I don't hate just to hate. I actually have objective hate. And that's the best way to be because we're all hateful in our own different ways. But you have a good idea. I'm gonna just call you Snapshot. All right, Bella that says that's wonderful. Though most of my friends are either 17 or not really into it, but I'll get Andy next time. Thank you, Bella. I appreciate it. Thank you. Snapshot says, thank you for your service. Woo-rah. Yeah, it's oorah. But I appreciate your sentiment. I thank you for that. Thank you. Salute. I appreciate that. So we have a mini party going on. I might do another 2 hours. I might do another hour. I got time. I might do another hour. I know, Bella, you got to get out of here, but that's cool too. But Dad was Navy, World War II. Okay. So, am I talking to a very grown man? Or am I talking to a young man? Am I talking to somebody younger than 36? Do another hour. YouTube subscribers crazy. Where's the donation though, YouTube subscriber? You want me to do another hour? Where's the donation? 51. Salute to you. So I am saying good, sir. Good to go, sir. I'm only 36. I was calling myself an old man. I am an old man because when I was looking at this is a good example. The VMAs that just aired. I was like, don't know her, don't know him, don't know him, don't know him, don't know her, don't know her. I was just like, I'm totally out of it. TikTok, I have nothing to do with. I can't keep up. I don't know what it's about. It's too short. I like long stuff. I like long play. Pause. I like long play. No Diddy. YouTube subscriber, that was cute, but you're the only one in the room that has that kind of energy, that kind of vibe. It's kind of corny. It's a different world, yeah. But yeah, YouTube subscriber, yeah, that was really corny, but I'm gonna let you roll. I'm gonna let you do what you do. I want you to say corny stuff like that. This is your time to get whatever is on your chest to get it off. I'd rather you put in I'm corny, I'm stupid, I take bussy or I give up bussy or something stupid like that. then do you go out there with a 12 gauge and start doing the Lord's work? So if this is the way you get your rocks off, that's a good sign to me. That's good for me. It's good for my mind. And that goes for everybody. Everybody that, if you feel some type of way, you don't want to donate, you don't want to send anybody my way, you don't want to subscribe, just keep putting out hate. Just keep putting out as much hatred and vitriol and everything like that as you can, so that you can get that out of your system. And let me be the channel for which this shit flows. Let me be the conduit. But yeah, so I don't want to stray too far from Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll, like I said, he just seems like a holly jolly, happy-go-lucky son of a bitch. Just like a Santa Claus figure or something like that. He just seems like he has that charisma. He's got the Riz. That's another thing about generation, the Zoomers and the Alphas. He has the Riz, and you can't even say the Riz anymore because that's old now. Anybody in our age group and higher, they know what the Riz is, and it's like, now it's not hot anymore. It's not cool. It's not cute. People on Jeopardy are saying the Riz. Once it gets to somewhere like that, it's like, it's not that hot. But for some reason, words like cool is like, it's amazing. Cool has deep roots back, hundreds of years. Especially during the 19th century, they were talking about the Medal of Honor winners. They said cool intrepidity. People with the frame of mind to keep a cool mind. I mean, like that, and like people all the way up to like the 1950s. Is it cool, daddy? Is it cool, daddy? Cool, and stuff like that, and just it seeped into hip hop conversations and stuff over the time periods. So cool is a very durable and venerable word. So yeah, so Jelly Roll has a definite hold on the game right now. I just don't want him to have a coronary. I don't want him to have a heart attack or something while he's on stage. Look what happened to Fat Man Scoop. Fat Man Scoop wasn't even that fat. He was kind of fat. He was like, what, 280, 300 something maybe. I don't know exactly, but I'm just saying. They released his official death certificate. Let me see what his official death certificate was. Fat Man Scoop. Hypertensive and atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease. That's what killed him. And I'm sure that his weight did not, was a contributing factor in the fact that he had hypertensive and atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease. I'm sure it was. There's no other way. Thank you, Snapshot. Heavy, Mr. Snapshot. Heavy D passed because of size, health shit. Exactly. Facts. Facts on facts on facts on facts. Heavy D was like 250, 300 pounds, I think, too. Pulmonary embolism brought on by a long flight. And why did he have the pulmonary embolism? If he were 100 or a few hundred pounds, a few more pounds lighter, would he have had that embolism? They said because of a long flight. But would the pulmonary embolism have been caused because of that idea? He was only 44. It's crazy. So, I think, Jelly Roll has to seriously consider some things. It could be Ozempic, it could be diet, it could be exercise. Those are the classic, ways to do it. This week, I'm trying to get down to the 180s. I'm at 194 right now. I was up to 240. I was at 240. Real talk. I was at 240 a few years ago, like 2016. I was at like 240. But 8 years later, I'm at 194. Applaud me. I'm applaud myself. Usually circulation problem. Yup. I'm 240, 6'2". 240, 6'2" is not awful because you actually have the height. Once you have, it's all about the BMI, the body mass index. Your height and your weight kind of correspond. If you're 6'2" and you're 240, you're not awful. You're not bad. That's kind of a good, ratio. You know. So, how'd you find me, by the way, Snapshot? Were you looking on YouTube? Were you like, oh, who's this goofy ass nigga? And what's your background, by the way? Are you black, white, red, yellow, brown? Yeah, just scrolling. Okay, I can appreciate that. When you drop. They say just throw the rock in the ocean. You don't know where the ripples are gonna go. You don't know where the ripples are gonna go. You don't know how it's gonna happen. But I just dropped the rock in the ocean, and that's all I'm doing. I'm a white dude. Okay, you're good. Good to go. Skylar is trying to determine pussy size on the low. Oh no, hold on. 71 kg. You were 156, Bella? You're saying it. When I was 13, was 5.4 to a small, but overall weight for that time. Okay. So you as long as you're healthy right now as we speak, that's all I care about. That's all right, Bella. There's no shame in that. Like I'm not trying to shame. I'm really not trying to shame Jelly Roll. I'm not saying ha ha ha. I'm not trying to crack jokes. I'm not trying to say oh he's a fat boy. Like I said, he just seems like a holly jolly, happy-go-lucky son of a bitch. He seems like a good guy. He seems like a good guy. And make sure you guys hit that like button. That like button is I thought was magical yesterday. It was up to like 15, I think. Had like 15 likes. So make sure you guys smash that like button every time it comes up, every time you see it. Make sure you hit that like button. But so I think it's very possible that we're gonna have a surge in Jelly Roll, performances and things like that. He's on the road. That takes a lot out of anybody, anyone. Doesn't matter what you are. You could be, fit. You could be, 6'6", 200 pounds or 220 pounds. Muscles, strong male or females, 100 pounds maybe, petite, 5'6", something like that. But the toll of the road is something serious. It's not to be played with. You're going on trips. You're on the bus. You're on the plane. You're on you're in a van. You're going to different venues. You got to rehearse. You got to, put in the lights come up. There's people smoking in the crowd. You catch a whiff of that. It's a lot of things going on the road. A lot of things going on. So you got to be very careful. I liked and subscribed. Thank you. Respect to you, Snapshot. If you don't mind me call you Mr. Snapshot. or just Snapchat, whatever is good for you, whatever makes sense to you. But I appreciate that. Salute to you. Uh, man, I do appreciate it. And if you feel so enlightened and so inclined, Cash App is available. PayPal is available. I have my Cash App on the screen, but PayPal is available. PayPal.me/SKYLERSAUNDERS. Venmo at SKYLERIZED. Yeah, Bella, you have to be at least 4 months. At least 4 months. My 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 ex just passed. I'm starting to hear that. She was an RN, only 5'3". They say heart attack. She always walked and ate healthy. I don't know. That's crazy. Wow. And she was a nurse, so she obviously, you know, she knew her boundaries and knew what to eat, knew how to live a healthy lifestyle, I would imagine, as a nurse. That's pretty crazy. And I do, my condolences for your loss. I know she wasn't, your female right now or at the moment, but you had time together, so I give respect to you for that. Yeah, it's weird. You know, I just want to see Jelly Roll succeed. I want him to do well in this business, in this game. Because it's like any human endeavor. Stock market to, hospitals to, coal mining. It doesn't matter whatever human endeavor it is. There's going to be drama. There's going to be people that's going to be wanting for, a new edge. Whether you're walking the runways, whether you're pumping iron, whether, there's people. They're always going to want to take your spot. There's always going to be people that's going to want more from you, and you have to be on guard for yourself. I suspect suicide, but can't prove it. Ooh, okay. That could be the truth. I just did a show. That last night's show was Chino XL, and that was about his suicide. And I was saying how this is what people get misconstrued. Oh, was he depressed? Oh, was he just sad? Did he have, mental conditions? I say he wanted to go out on top on whatever he thought was on top. He had multiple studio albums. He had mixtapes. He had TV and movie appearances. Stuff people dream about having. I want to be famous. I want to be rich and famous. He may not have been rich, but he had some levels of fame. Tupac mentioned him in his song. That's how far he goes back. So, I don't know. One of my good friends just tried to do suicide 2 times on 2 days because she was abused. That's very serious, Bella. That's very serious. I'm not going to joke about that at all. Yeah. Does she have the help that she needs now? Because this is currently Suicide Prevention Month, if you're not aware. September is Suicide Prevention Month. I'm not going to try to clown anybody. I've never had an inkling. I never really said, even on my lowest days, I had low days because I had bipolar disorder, and I just couldn't. I never really had I had means. There was a knife over here. There was, I had, rope, and I had access to. I could kick off one of those stools with the 3 legs on it, and put Sky was here, like in Shawshank Redemption. Hopefully, I didn't spoil it for anybody. What do we got? Yeah, Annie and me, her girlfriend, are trying to hold her back. That's good. I think the Hollywood machine has a lot to do with deaths. That's probably a fact. We held her back many times now. But yeah, let's go to Hollywood. Hollywood is a strange place because you can be eaten alive, or you can be eating at the table and told to get out of there, or there's a lot of different ways that. And I'm not trying to blame Hollywood, quote unquote, as such, but it does amount to that. It does amount to very like I said, you have people like Diddy, you got people like Suge Knight, you got people like all these different. You had the Weinstein, you had R. Kelly, you had all these different people. It's just very weird. That's why they call it Holly Weird. That's why they call it Holly Weird. That's why it's Holly Weird, because it's just so many different. It's money, it's prestige, which isn't really a real thing. Prestige is just second-handedness, really. It's how people esteem you, and it's other people's esteem. It's not self-esteem. It's others' esteem. That's prestige. So I want to try to combine the two if I possibly can. So if I could possibly do that, I would stay on for a little while. Yeah, I was just thinking of that. That's the funniest thing in the world. That's why I was just thinking Cat Williams. The whole time I was saying Holly Weird, I was like Cat Williams. And this is at the beginning of the year. He's a prophet. He's a psychic. He's a mentalist. He knew exactly what was going to happen before any of it happened, and it all fell into place. He knew something way ahead. And same thing, there's also people like Jaguar Wright. There's people like I can't think of his name. Orlando Brown. Orlando Brown said, he was talking about Diddy, bring girlfriends to around him, to the white parties and stuff like that. And the interviewer said, "Oh, because he'll take your girl." He was like, "No, but he'll take your booty. Like he'll take you." I think he said, I didn't say it, specifically. I didn't say it, in quotes. But he said, no, he doesn't want your girlfriend. He wants you. So that was reality. Yeah. So Cat Williams was right. Yeah. Once again, it's a fundraiser Sunday. Fundraiser Sunday. I'm taking $5, $10, $20 tips and donations. If you have my Cash App right there, if you're gonna have my PayPal, Venmo, they can be addressed on request. I didn't mean to rhyme right there, but I just did. But it's a fundraiser Sunday. All fundraising goes towards MacBook Pro. MacBook Pro is to get Streamlabs. I can't get Streamlabs because my disc is broken. Pause. I don't know how that sounds. No Diddy. But it doesn't have the same. It's not updated to right software or something like that on my MacBook. So it's a fundraiser Sunday. So if you get your funds up, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, I would definitely agree with it. Diddy even trying to hit on Tyson. Yeah, hey. Tyson was trying to hit on Diddy. with all due respect, he was at an interview one time, and Diddy was like, I guess it is. No, Tyson was like, I guess it is all about the Benjamins. When he was talking about the watch that Diddy had on his hand, and he lifted his wrist up like that. It was crazy. I was like, whoa. But yeah, so I think Jelly Roll, I think he'll probably do I don't know where the weight goes. I think you have to get like surgery because there's just too much protoplasm. There's too much weight that's going into this that doesn't make it possible for you to carry around the same amount, even if you lose the weight, even if you lose the underlying part that causes the weight. Your skin has been stretched out so much that it's going to look like, you're going to be like a skinny, just, blob. Like, it's going to be weird looking. I can donate when I get paid. We got 3 kids and tough call because Florida expensive. Are you okay? Are you okay from the storm? Are you all right? Are you all right? Is everybody safe from Helene? Snapshot. Is everybody okay? Did you? I was listening to one story. This one guy was trying to get to his house, and he had to step on the roof of his of his neighbor's house. He had to step on the roof of his neighbor's house to get to his own house. So it was crazy. That's insane. But like I was saying, this is going off the rails. This is not part of the hour show. This is just shooting the shit. But so we had I can't remember. I tried to explain what was happening. I forgot what's happening. Was it? Oh, but in almost 20 years ago, Hurricane Katrina, the first ones on the scene was not FEMA. Was not, I repeat that, FEMA. Federal Emergency Management, I think agency. I think agency. Federal Emergency Management Agency. You know who was the first? I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Who was the first one on the scene? Who was the first one on the scene? Yo, lost the car wheel. You lost the carport. Oh my God, that's crazy. But let me ask you this question: Who was the first one on the scene at Katrina to give out aid, free food, supplies, feminine care products, free prescriptions, all kinds of stuff? Who's the first one on the scene? And it wasn't FEMA. That's all I'm gonna say. It wasn't FEMA. Who was the first one? If you want to get the Googling. Look it up. See who was the first on the scene before FEMA was even thought of. And this is why I'm against various organizations that shouldn't exist within the government structure. But I'm glad you're okay, though. I'm really glad you're okay. I'm really glad you're okay. Blackwater. Oh, no. Not Blackwater. No. Blackwater may have came later, but they weren't the first ones. But that's a good question. That's a good guess, though. Blackwater. That was a good guess, though. I'm about to give it away. But that was a good guess, Blackwater, because they're a private company that was before the government. But the private company that was there before anybody else during the Katrina disaster was Walmart. Walmart was the first ones on the scene giving out supplies, food, feminine care products, all of that, prescriptions for free. They're a multi-hundred-billion-dollar corporation. I think they can afford it, and they'll get that back in spades. But this is what I'm talking about with the government. The government should not be involved in helping people to get out of their situations and dire need. That should not be the role of the government. No. It's not. It wasn't even the military. It wasn't even the military. It was Walmart. Walmart was the first one. That was a good guess too, though, but not Blackwater or military. Nope. Wasn't the contractors or the soldiers. It was definitely Walmart. And that's how it should be. That's what Red Cross, I'm fine with that. What Walmart, I'm fine with that. FEMA, I'm not fine with. FEMA is one of the worst organizations, and they proved it because they bungled the whole situation. He was saying, and President Bush was like, "You're doing a heck of a job, Brownie." And what is his name? What was his name? Something Brown. Hold on, I'm looking for it right now. Michael D. Brown. I have to distinguish it now. But Michael D. Brown was on the water, he was on the case in a sense, He was on the case. But like I said, Walmart was the first ones to be there. They were ahead of they may have even been ahead of Red Cross. I don't know. I don't want to say for sure. I'm just saying a question. Were they ahead of the Red Cross? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Once you look it up, you're like, yeah, that's true. Just type in Walmart before FEMA. It says Walmart's disaster preparedness and response efforts began before Hurricane Katrina and have continued to help communities in need. Walmart's Emergency Operations Center activated before Hurricane Katrina hit the Gulf Coast in August 2005. Walmart's information systems predicted that people would need flashlights, tarps, generators, bottled water, and strawberry Pop-Tarts, and logistics teams deliver these items to stores in advance. In advance! Walmart delivered truckloads of supplies to the New Orleans area before FEMA arrived, including free prescription drugs. This is what I was talking about. Walmart has a robust disaster planning and preparedness program that includes pre-shipping truckloads of water and other needed products to stores, conducting roof checks, and pre-staging refrigerated trailers and mobile generators. Walmart has a fund called the Associates in Critical Need Trust to help associates affected by disasters and other financial hardships. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. You can't make it up. There's an article called Walmart to the Rescue. Private Enterprises Response to Hurricane Katrina. You can look that up when you're at your leisure. I know Bella's out of here. Bella probably left a few. I don't even. Oh, there she is. Gotta go by. Oh, salute, Bella. I was just wondering. I was like, wait a minute. Bella's probably gonna be getting out of here soon. So thank you, Bella. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Jaime Martin Santos. Free Diddy. Da 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 da. So if you want to put Free Diddy, make sure you hit that Cash App. It's on the screen, right where the poll is. If you can't do that, at least hit the likes and tell somebody about it so you can subscribe. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for your support. You come in sometimes. I don't know if you're saucy or not. Talking about some Free Diddy. For what? You see what he did to Cassie? I know they can't do the same case with Cassie, but just the justice of it all. The poetic justice of it all. So yeah, we can talk about anything, you know. I wasn't planning to go into another hour, but my numbers is low and I'm getting my numbers up. So I'm just trying to get, you know, enough views so I can be happy with them. We had a party. We had a party yesterday. It was crazy. Went up to 12 viewers at one time. Now, you know, went down to 10. But when it goes to double digits like that, it's like a guaranteed hundreds of views. I don't know why that happens. I'm not going to ask. I'm just going to take it and say, you know, there is no God, but thank God that, you know, I have that. So I appreciate it. Oh. Yeah, so we have to talk about people that are in the spotlight. You know, Beyonce has been doing a lot of video interviews. She just did a story for GQ. She's like the new form of Marilyn Monroe. I really think that. That sounds crazy, and maybe it is because I'm crazy. Oh, yeah, who's that? Scholar likes the the party. Oh no! Just try to stay out on, see if people find you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm doing this extra hour, so people can start scrolling. And you just said, "Hey, look, who is this guy? What is he? This goofy guy? What is he about?" Yeah, he's a clown ass nigga, but he's got some good perspectives. That's what I respect. That's why I respect people that say that. They can say, likes the you have people like YouTube subscriber that says Skylar likes the party. Ooh no, it's a good troll. I appreciate good trolls because I like the creativity. You got to put the creativity in it. You know, you can't just say Skylar's stupid, Skylar's dumb, Skylar's whack. And I'll take that, but you gotta put some creativity to it. He likes to party, like, oh no. That's funny. That's good. That's funny. You gotta have they say you gotta have thick skin, but you gotta just have skin. Just be in the game. You have to have skin in the game. Just be aware of people saying stuff against you. Yeah, I'm so glad that I went on at this app. Probably if I had gone on later on, I would never have been somebody that saw Snapshot. That probably wouldn't have happened. I don't know. This is just weird about YouTube. It's the strangest, weirdest, most beautiful thing I've ever experienced. You get to know all these different people, but you don't really get to know them. But you understand what their backgrounds are and where they are and stuff like that, and how they came to be here. That's cool. So yeah, so Jelly Roll just it'd be really sad if something I'm not wishing this on him or anything like that, but I would rather see him doing, at least a 200 or 300 pound weight loss. Cause he's just too big. He's way too big. And nobody talks about it. If he was on Mr. Troy Star Terrain show, that'd be probably one of the first things he ask him. It'd be one of the first things I ask him. Be like, look, are you good? Like, are you eating right? Are you sleeping right? Because that's the thing too. When you're asleep, your body goes into a totally different mode where it's like we have to repair all the shit that they messed up during the day. That's your body's like going into mode like, look, we gotta repair the blood, we gotta repair the organs, we gotta repair all this. Everything has to be on the right level before they wake up, and everything has to be good. And how does he sleep with a CPAP machine? What happened? Yeah, salute Snapshot. I appreciate you, sir. Salute to you. That's what's so. I just think that's the coolest thing. People I would have never known. Like I would have never known Bella if she didn't have ties to Kareem, who had ties to Anders. And she's a female, and my female demographics go up. I think my female demographics are like 27%, something like that. It's not a lot, but it's pretty significant. So I think that'd be the rule because he's got everything all together. He's got Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, Spotify, Apple, YouTube, Amazon. I think Pandora. What is this? Is this Pandora? Yeah, Pandora. He's got all this on his website. It's called Beautifully Broken. But what is everybody doing? Everybody is singing the blues, basically. They're just their own version of the blues. I've owned an investigation company here for 17 years. Wow, which has been good to me up until about 2 years ago. Then unlicensed people started in our market, which is a crime. Then the economy tank had to keep going, keep going. I'll keep rolling along with the jelly roll thing. But jelly roll seems, like he's poised to do great things, and I think he can achieve that if he just drops some pounds. Like I'm saying, I'm not saying you can make fun of me. Look at this. Ugh, all of this is these cheeks and all that. I used to be real slim. I used to be super slim. Like I was like at 170. Seriously, in boot camp, I was at 170. I had to take a full-time position as a safety supervisor for a waste company at 51 years old. Ugh. Yeah, I hate that you don't. I hate that you hate your job. I really do. I love my job. This is my job. I get money from this. I get paid. I get a good, steady income. For I was talking about earlier. It's tax free. I haven't paid one tax for YouTube or my other platform, vocal.media, which you can also visit, vocal.media. Put in my name, SKYLER space SAUNDERS. But yeah, that's unfortunate. I hate that. I hate that for you because you seem like a really good guy. And the fact that you aren't happy with your position, that's very sad. Because that's such a large part of your life is your work. And you obviously have like some background, you have some skills. If you have an investigation company, and you probably can't say a lot. I know you can't say too much, about it, but I'm just very intrigued by that. I think that's cool. But is everything all right with the pay? That's all I can say. Like, does it pay well? You can call me bro. It's all right. I'm allowing you to call me bro because you're a good person. You're a cool person. I can tell you're cool. But I usually tell people, don't call me bro. Say sir, something like that, or sky, or dumbass, or something like that. But he says you still young if you ain't married. If I were you, I'd be tapping ass. I mean, hey, I live in the beautiful suburbs. If I was in the city, I would be. I remember living in Lowell, Massachusetts, 201 Appleton Street, in apartment 6. And it was gravy. I mean, I could walk down to the bank. I could walk down to a club. I could go down to a bar. I could go down to any place I want to. Go to the library if I wanted to go. And all in walking distance, all relatively close. And it's not like that for the suburbs. You got to have a vehicle. I don't have a vehicle right now. And my other transportation isn't here either. So, oh yeah, I think that is another issue. I could hide income in my business now. I can't. Lost my daughter's SSI and EBT because now I make too much. That's the weird thing. That's the goofy weird thing. That's like, it's either you're too high or you're too low. There's, they cater to the high or they cater to the low. There's really no middle. That's why politicians really like to go after the middle class. Because the upper class is like, oh yeah, they're billionaires, oh they're gonna get their money, whatever. And the poor is like, well, you're cool, I guess. I guess you're poor, we can do whatever you want, yeah, whatever. But the middle class, like, oh, middle class, oh, we have to do something for the middle class because those are the votes. Those are the people that's gonna be putting out the votes. But yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah, when you make too much, if you make too much, then they stop you. But if you make, a little, they're like, oh, here, take as many funds and different programs as possible. But hey, it's been real. And I'm glad I got to meet you, sir. Thank you very much, and I appreciate your time. Thank you for everybody for chipping in for this time. I appreciate you, and I will see you sometime tomorrow, probably around 6 o'clock. Thank you very much. Take care.